Hi everyone, welcome back to Pro Skills 323, and today I'm going to make my own tier list as to which maps I do think are great, and some of them which map do I think decent, and some terrible, and some I haven't played yet or have lack of experience. So without further ado, let's get started on the Rise and Rock. To be honest, this map, if the only reason why I'm putting it on S tier is that I had more fun with it more than Origins, since Origins I found it to be a lot more difficult, and that's not necessarily bad, but I thought that everything that worked from Origins is still present on the Rise and Rock, albeit with more like complex Easter egg and complex story, and also a complex a bit simplified way to do bows, which now I think about it, staffs are a lot more difficult to do, and but still nonetheless it's a fantastic map, and I recommend people playing that map if there is if you want to learn zombies easily. Next one we have Guard Crovia, and I'm going to put it on A tier. Hang on. I know there are fans with this map. I do like it a lot. Maybe it's I put it way too high up. Since I don't think people will agree with me. Like a lot of you probably, but I think it sets the balance between the classic Black Ops feeling and also the modern direction that Black Ops was heading for. For example, you don't have these superficial weapons. You have Reagan Mark III. Okay, that's superficial, but not as much as staff or bows or anything like that. But at the same time, it also has that feeling like you could go high rounds, and it also gives you a decent, good amount of challenge, and also the Easter egg is very difficult to do. And still, nonetheless, this map is fun, but not as fun as the Rise and Rock. Next one we have Transit. Now, I don't think this map is by no means terrible, but I have the least fun when it comes to any of these maps. You know what? Maybe Now I'm putting it on E tier. It is basically overcomplicated, and also there's way too many tasks to do, and why you're trying to do the pack punch thing. Pack punch thing is when you reach that point, it would probably be I don't know. This is where I think the game would be fun. However, getting to that point, it would be a lot of grinding, and also a lot of I don't know, way too many tasks to do, and I don't know. I don't enjoy it as much as I don't enjoy it that much. Next one we have Ancient Evil. I only played it once, and I haven't come back to play again because I didn't enjoy it. But I don't want to put it on any tier list because it's kind of unfair, since I only played it once and never came back to it. Next one we have Ascension. I think I'm going to put it on B tier. Now, I like this map, but I need to play a bit more, since I think this map has potentially, in my opinion, be an A tier or S tier to me. You have a lot of stuff to do, but at the same time you could grind on high rounds with this map, and also there's also a monkey round where you have to defend this certain perk, and if you fail they will steal it like that, and then you have to rebuy it again. Next we have Blood of the Dead, which I'm going to put it on D tier. Now, I did enjoy this map a lot. In fact, it is I have played this map the most out of any Black Ops 4 maps. But I don't think it has the same element of charm as the original has. I mean, again, I'm not saying it because I'm following like the popular opinion, but I found it, while it does have elements of new, is that I thought that it would have been better if this map were never I mean, like, if it didn't put it as a remake. Although, if I had to give it a credit, is that it gave an emotional ending after doing the Easter egg, which I think is very sad, and also many people can agree on. Now I think about it, I think I'm going to put it on C tier since I enjoyed it, but not as much as Mobile is dead. Next one we have Buried. Buried. I have never ever played it, and unfortunately, I don't own that DLC, so therefore, I'm not sure if I'm going to ever play it. But it may be one of these maps that I may end up enjoying. But for now, I'm not gonna bother buying it. Next one we have Call of the Dead. There is a remake of it, which is called I don't know. I don't remember, but it was Night of, yeah. Anyways, I don't remember the last map what it was called, but I haven't played it unfortunately because I was too young and I never knew the Black franchise, and also I don't own a BO1. Next one we have the Reese. Now I do have the Giant, so therefore it's kind of the same. So I'm putting it on A tier actually, because I found the Black Ops 3 one to be very enjoyable. I haven't played the original the Reese. I do think there are differences. However, I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference. You could camp. You could camp on many different places. The pack a punch. You could even camp on the teleporters. There are many camping places, and also it's a perfect place where you could could play higher rounds. I mean, if there is, out of any of these maps, I do think the Reese is going to be, yeah, this is the map that you should have. You should play as high rounds. Next one we have Dire Ice, and I'm putting it on B tier since I actually enjoy it a lot, and I do think it may be controversial, but while it is certainly, I think, quite complex, is that I found it always to be enjoyable, and the places feel cohesive even when you go like down, like for example, yeah, even when you go to visit a lot different places, it still feels like one cohesive map, and this time you don't have to take a bus or that. You just have to set the power up, and then you can buy a Juggernaut and all these stuff. Like Transit, you have to set the power up, and then you have to I don't know, go to another map in order to hopefully find Juggernaut, which I think is quite challenging. Next one we have Dead of the Night. Again, I have only played it once, so therefore I don't have enough. I can't say that much about it since I don't think it's fair to do so. Next one we have 5, and again I only played it a few times. I mean, thanks to yeah, I don't know. I only played it once. That was because my brother got BO1 copy from his friend, and we were, yeah, and that's that. And also it was kind of terrifying to play it. But regardless, I'm not gonna rate it since it was a very long time ago and I was a noob at that time. Or I'm kind of am, but at least a better version. Like, yeah. Next one we have 9, and I think I'm going to put it on D tier. Now, again, I do think the map is creative and there are a lot of stuff to do, but I found BO4 to be, like, I don't know, somewhat drained when it comes, like, it is ambitious, but I don't know, it felt weird to experiment since it was going to be the final Ether story. Like, BO4 was supposed to be the final Ether storyline, or the final part of Ether storyline, and I found that transition to be quite jarring when it came 9 and Night of the Dead and blah blah blah. But I do think this map is creative since it is. I don't know. I do like ancient Greece, I guess, somewhat, but I don't know. I didn't like the perk system, so that's why it brought it quite down. But I don't know. There's something about it that it doesn't put like higher up. Next one we have Kino the Toad, and I think I'm going to put it on A tier also. Now I may get it getting a lot of backlash. Now I don't play this map as often because I don't know. Maybe it's maybe I'm a trash person when it comes to playing Black Ops in general. But aside from that, I found it to be a really fun map to play, but I also thought there weren't too much to do, and it's not like I always want to sit there and play like regular zombies and that. Even though it is also one of the I think it's great, but it would be a lot more fun if I played it with someone else. Next one we have Moon. I have a lack of. I only came like round 5, and also highest, and also I haven't explored the map enough to where I could give it a fair at least a good critique somewhat. So therefore I'm gonna put it on haven't played since I have lack of experience. Next one we have Mobile Dead. No, hang on. I'm not putting it on B tier. I'm putting it on S tier. This map is fantastic. Even though I die a lot, it still is one of these maps like where I think it is classic, and I don't care. Like I understand if you like Blood Dead more. I mean, it's your opinion, but I think Mobile Dead it has like that terrifying atmosphere. You also have a lot of stuff to do, but not too much to the point where it's like it becomes a chore. But I found it always to be amazing map, and also it has difficulty. It is difficult, but also very enjoyable. Next one we have Knocked the Toad, and I'm going to put it on A tier. Wow, frankly I have a lot of maps that are A tier. Now this map I only have the BO3 copy of it because I don't have the OG one, and also it's fun, but I don't think it would be I would, now that I think about it, I think I'm going to put it on B tier slightly. I like it, but it's not one of these maps where I always want to play it. But if I want to play survival, just survival, no Easter eggs or anything, I think it would be one of these maps that I may come to time from time. Next one you have Origins. I'm putting it on A tier, even though I'm a flop. I think my brother is going to say, yeah, how dare you to put that map A tier because you're trash when it comes to that. I play this map a lot, and it is very good, and like it is very good, challenging. In fact, maybe a bit too challenging for me, but regardless, I always find it fun to play it. And even though when I die, it's more like I didn't. It was my fault, not the game's fault or the designs of that. Next one we have Revelation, and to be frank, I'm going to put it on C tier. This map, it doesn't have a lot of originality, maybe a bit some places, but also it has all of the combination of Knock the Totem and Mobile of the Dead, Origins, the Rise and Rock, and not really anything else. I mean, it just has one of the most overpowered weapons, wonder weapons. 2 in fact, Thunderbolt, and also what was the other map called? I don't know. But the wonder weapon in Shadows of Evil, and I thought there was going to be bows, which if it were to be the case, I would have been. I would say like this map is going to be a D or a D tier, since I don't exactly enjoy it because I enjoy it, but it felt kind of I don't know, way too easy. And also there's helm, which if you drink Juggernaut and that helm, you have like 10 damage. You could take up to 10 damage before you die, essentially, which is frankly way too overpowered, and that's not something I always enjoy. Shangri-La, I don't have a lot of experience when it comes to this one, and frankly I didn't play this map a lot. I only played this map a few times, so therefore I can't give a good critique. The same is applies to Shinonuma, Verruct, Voyage of Despair. I did play this only once, and I never came back to it because I thought it was terrible. I don't want to do anything to it, but at the same time I want to give it fair critique, like once I have enough experience one day, hopefully. Next one we have hang on, let's save Shadows of Evil for the last. Zetsubo no Shima, and frankly I'm going to put it on D tier. Maybe in fact it's a little bit too high, but I found this game to be, well, I found this game to be, this map to be kind of disgusting in the sense. I do think that's the point of this map, to be disgusting and disturbing when it comes to spiders and all these stuff. But at the same time, it also the places. Whenever I went to different type of places, it kind of felt a bit too similar to each other, to the point where I felt like it's not easy to recognize this map. And also I played it a lot, but after I finished the Easter egg, I didn't come back to it, and I don't have that much fun with it. It's frankly, yeah. Next one we have Shadows of Evil, and I'm not gonna put it on C tier. I'm putting it on A tier, my man. This map is fantastic. It's like the same thing as Mobile Dead, albeit you're doing it on. Is it kind of a New York City? I do think it's yeah, but it's not New York City. Never mind. But on a different place, and it has a different plot, and also you also play different types of characters. When I first played it, I was mixed, but the more I played and the more I learned the map, the more I frankly appreciate it, and also to the point where I think it is either the second or third best map, at least in my opinion. But that might be changing, since I need to learn a bit more on this one, a bit more on Ascension, a bit more on this, and yeah, and a lot of these. Now, what do you think about what do you think on my tier list? Do you agree or disagree? And unfortunately today there's no garbage like map, or yeah, garbage map, since most of them I thought to be either D or to frankly A tier or B tier, which is a good thing, because I don't want to have way too much negativity. I want to have a positive, and also even if I do have criticism, it should be, I do want it to be like the positive should outweigh the negative. But now I'm hopefully you enjoyed this video, and see you hopefully